Hi and welcome to the first boss guide in Battle for Mount Hyjal. So the first boss we'll face here is Rage Winterchill, and I'll just start up the event here. We'll do two bosses in the Alliance camp, then two bosses in the Horde camp, and then the last boss, Archimond, will be in the Night Elf camp. Now I'm going to show the waves here for the first one. For the second boss I won't show it, but this is basically 8 waves you need to go through. I've posted them all on the website so you can see what happens with them. And we need to control these, kill these before we can engage the boss. There's no trash that you need to sort of like clear outside of these waves, so it's basically just this. So Rage Winterchill is a Lich, very much like Kel'Thuzad, and he has very few mechanics that you need to be aware of. The most important mechanic is something called Ice Bolt, which is an instant cast on a random target. It does around 5,000 frost damage, plus it freezes you, and it deals 2,500 frost damage subsequently, whilst this is on. For this reason, it's a good idea to be wearing the PvP trinket, the PvP medallion. Don't have it with me here. Just so you can get out of it, because it also gets you out of the damage. You should never be hit more than once, and it can save your life. It does quite a lot of damage actually, so healers need to be ready with spot healing if you don't have the trinket equipped. I would advise everyone to keep the trinket equipped, but yeah, as we go on, might not be needed. The other big mechanic on Rage is Death and Decay. For anyone who's played Warcraft 3, will know this mechanic intimately. Basically, it's a big zone that deals 15% of max health as damage to everyone who stood in it. So don't stand in it. It's pretty simple. But for this reason, we also are not going to try and activate Jaina for this first fight, because all the NPCs can also be hit by all these mechanics. And if Jaina dies during any of the Alliance camp encounters, this fight resets. So we don't want that. So the way you sort of make sure that she isn't engaging is that we tank Rage Winterchill here, where these foot soldiers are stood. Everyone else sort of spread around, and she should never engage the fight. If we go down to where these knights are, around roughly here, Jaina should engage, and we'll do that for Anetheron, the second boss. But yeah, firstly, just going to wait through all these mobs. There's a 10-minute enrage on all of these bosses. It will never be irrelevant because they all die quite quickly. There's nothing major with any of these. So yeah, get out of Ice Bolt with PvP Trinket. Don't stand in Death and Decay. He also does Frost Nova, which is dispellable. It's not a major thing unless you're stood in Death and Decay. So anyone who can dispel, please try and do so. Just so we're not caught in like an awful Death and Decay. This is most important for tanks. So have someone primarily dispel the tank, just so he can move in case of Death and Decay. The other annoying thing is Frost Armor for melee, so slow attack speed, happy days. Battle of Mount Hyjal in general is quite melee friendly, but Rage Winterchill is not. The rest of the bosses shouldn't be a massive issue. Now again, this is shot on retail, that's why models and stuff might be up for change. These abominations look slightly different. They're more like the ones that you know from Classic and TPC. Rather than these newer style models. They're also green, I believe, in live. But yeah, we'll have the last wave here before we can face Rage Winterchill, and after that it should be fairly straightforward to show you the fight. So yeah, you just pile up all of these. It's also a good idea to form small squads of 10 mans before we clear the raid. And you can farm Hearts of Darkness from these bosses and just reset it. If you die, or if the fight is somehow reset on Winterchill, you need to like do these things again. Now I'm just going to make sure I have threat. There we go. So, here's the Ice Bolt. You just want to PvP trinket that. Other than that, stand here, DPS them down. Very straightforward fight. Nothing massive to worry about. Spread out slightly, mainly just because of Death and Decay, just so fewer people have to move when that happens. It's cast around a player. But it's nothing major. Like, here we go, Death and Decay. Move out of this. Very simple. Don't get hit. That's it. That's literally the fight. So, after that happens, you go in, kill the boss, you get some fat loot. On to the next one.